Welcome to A Pod with Two J's. I'm Jill.
And I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Jill.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you this week?
Good, good. Here we are recording episode number 2. Very exciting week. It's been fun to get it out, fun to get some feedback. I hope you had a lot of support on your side.
I was a bit late sharing it, but better late than never.
Yeah, that's right. I got like a couple text messages, but I did hear from my niece who thought we did an amazing job. So thank you very much to her. That was kind of made my day. And I did hear from a longtime friend and a male, actually. And I think I've known him, I'm going to say 8 to 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he did give a little take of great episode. He enjoyed it. Can't wait for the next one. But just wanted us to be aware of not being stereotypical of the roles that males and females play regarding parenting.
Exactly.
Which is fair enough,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely something I will keep in mind. Speaking from my perspective, I don't know a lot of males that are the sole parenter. He is, in fact, one of them. So we will definitely keep that in mind. And thank you, friend, who I won't reveal, for that feedback. That was awesome.
We also got feedback on my Facebook from a mutual friend of ours who thought we did a great job.
Yes.
So that was nice.
Yes. So yeah, she said we were so cute, which is really nice. And we did have a fellow podcaster in the community want to come and be a guest. So that'll be, I did listen to one of her podcasts the other day. So once we get
organized and we get into a better rhythm, we'll definitely have Steph on.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. She's quite an inspiration.
Yeah, exactly. So how was your week? Anyway.
My week was good. It was good. It was busy work week.
Yes.
And what happened to me this week? Oh, I'll tell you about my son.
Yes.
My middle son. He applied for 5 courses for September. He took a gap year because he was the 2020 grad during COVID, which was unfortunately leaving his grade 12 at March break and then never going back to graduate. He went to college in September that year, but he had difficulty with the online portion of it because we were in such strict lockdown at that point. So he's applied for 5 programs for September and was accepted at 4 this week. Just waiting on the 5th. So he has lots of choices.
Very good.
And he's super excited.
Yeah.
I'm really thrilled for him.
Yeah, me too. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And good that he took the gap year. I was actually talking to, and I don't know what your youngest is doing, but my feels he may do an extra year as well. I mean, they're so young now when they go. So
my youngest might do a victory lap.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to work and travel, which is something we both agreed that I would be happy with if he found a fellow friend that wanted to go backpacking in Europe for a few months.
Yeah.
But now he wants to do a victory lap. So I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I'm okay.
My week was good, busy. It's in my area of business, it's month end, which is always a busy time in the finance world. And then I saw that in our town, there was a Hallmark movie being shot, which is super cool for me because I'm a massive Hallmark Christmas movie fan.
Yes, you certainly are. And the whole downtown, or part of it, was decorated in Christmas trees. And...
It was. So that movie's called Flipping for Christmas. And our town was turned into the town of Brenbury. Mm-hmm. And so I look forward to seeing that. So if you're a fellow Hamiltonian, Dundastonian, there's a Hallmark movie coming out you'll want to watch, Flipping for Christmas.
They actually do a lot of filming in and around our neighborhood.
I know they do, yeah.
And within like the 50 miles of here, I would say. They do a lot of different movies. Richard Gere was in town shooting.
Yeah.
I know he stayed at that 5-star, the only 5-star hotel we have in Burlington, the Pearl.
Yeah.
He was apparently staying there.
Great restaurant, right? Isabel.
Yeah, loved it.
If anybody wants to try something out, we did it at Winterlicious. It was amazing.
It was so delicious.
We also have that beautiful bed and breakfast up the road now called the High Acre.
It looks amazing.
Yes. So funny story, the owner of that and the person who renovated and with great taste is the son of the person my sister bought her house from.
That's right.
Yeah, anyways.
The High Acre has, I think, 3 spacious rooms. You even get your own kitchen, and they give you fresh eggs from the farm and croissants for the morning, and there's a steam shower. There's a fireplace in each room.
Correct.
There's a sauna in each room. Yeah. They'll even bring ice if you want to do like a cold plunge.
Yeah.
The rooms are spectacular.
I mean, it's definitely like a spoil
yes.
night. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but the backyard too with the pool and the hot tub in the summer does look amazing. Yes, so anyways, It's at the High Acre on Instagram, and it is beautiful. So if you're looking for somewhere different to go for a night,
Looks incredible.
check it out, or at least follow the Instagram stories because they're aesthetically pleasing. They also have a yoga studio I saw. And then for photographers, they rent out a studio. Anyways. Another exciting thing, baseball is back.
Yay! Blue Jays. I think they're on this afternoon. Let's hope they win one out of the three.
Yeah, that's right. They won the home opener. They lost yesterday on an error. And so, yeah, they're playing again today. So that was exciting.
And we want to go to see some of the new improvements they've made to the Rogers Center, which is, I was doing some research on it, and I've seen some of the visuals yet, but not because they haven't played at home yet. I think their first home game is the 11th of April.
Yes, correct.
They're on the road until then. But they have 4 new outfield neighborhoods, 2 on level 100 and 2 on level 500. They include a Corona rooftop patio on level 500 on the right side, and then a whole family-friendly park on the left, which is great. Yeah. And then they have 2 restaurants, and they've raised the bullpens, so they're up, and you can sit around. And they've added this really cool that besides the raised bullpens in the right field, they're adding 1 full section of old school bleacher style seats, a more classic baseball viewing experience.
Oh, cool.
And apparently long term, they're changing all of the seats in Rogers Center, and they're angling them so they're all facing home plate.
Okay.
Which is going to be cool.
Yeah, that makes better sense.
Because they haven't done anything since they built it, except for the Jumbotron. They changed that at one point. So.
Yeah. That's
and new
right.
food experiences. Jamaican beef patties, grilled cheese, brownie sundaes, milkshakes, mac and cheese with Montreal smoked meat, Cuban sandwiches. That's all.
Yeah, they needed new food in there. Their food was getting a little
boring.
Yeah. They had at one point, like, you could get a bucket of wings. I've been there and had a bucket of wings, and then that disappeared. And then, yeah, things just got a little really bad on the food level. But yeah, we looked into the $20 tickets for that new area are sold out on opening day, but they are available the next night, where they're giving away that Vladdy bobblehead.
We should
where
go.
He's doing yeah, we should. My son wants to go. So anyways, also we're recording a little early because it's Easter weekend coming up, and it's also the Masters of golf.
That's right.
If you're a golf fan, I have watched the Masters the last couple of years, which
it's visually appealing.
It is.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous golf course. I would love to go to Augusta, Georgia. I love the whole
I'd love to go there just to
ceremony of it all.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah.
I think you could enter your name in a lottery.
Yeah, so one of my nephew's friends is going this year, and my dad's like, he must have like bought those tickets or secured those tickets years ago.
It's very hard to get into.
Right? So yeah. And I saw on Facebook or Instagram this morning that they've not changed the menu there since the very first Masters. So you can still get sandwiches for $1.50 or $2. Yeah, they haven't changed any of the pricing.
Wow.
So they're big on history and ceremony there. So
of course.
Anyway, if you're a golf fan, the Masters on. And like I said, it's Easter. So not a lot of people are big into Easter. More of a religious holiday. I personally am not a religious person.
Right. Well, to Christians, Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Christ.
Correct.
So
and
Good
to me,
Friday
it's
is a big holiday.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And to me, Good Friday might be like fish and a day off. A day off work, a short week, an amazing time. And Easter to me is, egg hunts and Easter bunny. So do you have any traditions that you do?
We always do, well, the egg, my boys are a bit big for the egg hunt, but I still leave a basket.
Oh, yeah,
for
they
them,
love
right?
it still, right?
With candies and various things, but I don't hide the eggs anymore because they're too old for that. But
Right.
I loved doing it. And family dinner is something we typically do on Easter Sunday.
Yeah. Do you do a ham?
No, I do a turkey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sometimes a ham, but I'm more of a turkey girl. But from what the research I've been reading about Easter and the religious aspect and stuff, lamb is a traditional meal served typically at Easter because it's one of the first fresh meats you can get after a long winter.
That makes sense.
So it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I do like a roasted lamb, but I'm not very good at cooking lamb. So I kind of stick with what I know.
I do like lamb. I've just done lamb chops typically. Yeah, I looked up where the Easter bunny originates, and so did you. And it was brought to America in the 1700s by the Germans to Pennsylvania. And the kids would make nests.
They would make these nests and leave them, and for this fabled creature to deliver these colored eggs.
Yeah, the Osterhaus.
Right, that's
or
what it's
Osterhaus.
called. And then it slowly spread across, I guess, North America. And now we have decorated baskets, which if you look at them would look like a nest. Right? They do. I believe I read something about the jelly beans too. So they became very popular at Easter around 1930, but apparently roots go back to a Turkish delight. So maybe they weren't from the 19th 1930s.
Yeah.
The history may go back to a Turkish delight.
Yeah.
But they're very popular candy for Easter as well, the jelly beans.
Very cool. Well, there you go. And those are the traditions. We don't have tradition. We celebrated Easter together a couple years ago. We did a ham.
We have,
And,
yes.
and it was a beautiful day because I remember sitting out front.
My late mother-in-law was alive. She would always have, she lived in a beautiful home with a gorgeous backyard. And she would have, because there was 3 siblings, my ex-husband and his siblings. So there was 3 families. So she would set up in her garden an Easter egg hunt for each family.
That's
so
fun.
the kids would run around when they were little looking for all the eggs.
Yeah,
so
that's fun.
She loved it. And she loved entertaining. So that was a nice tradition when our kids were little.
I got to do that when I was married. We went up north. And my ex-husband, he didn't typically celebrate Easter, but I put together a big Easter egg hunt for my kids. I remember that was a hot day too. And that's always fun.
April is that month.
Yeah, it can either be hot or cold.
My birthday's coming up, so I've either been in a t-shirt or a parka.
Yeah, that's right. And other than that, when the kids were babies, we'd do Easter brunch. That would have been our tradition. We'd go up to the golf club for Easter brunch and deck the kids all out with cute little Easter outfits. And up we'd go for brunch. So that would have been our tradition when the kids were little.
So I think when I was younger too, my mom always gave us like an Easter dress or like a cute little outfit would be part of our Easter little package, right?
It's always the thing to dress your kids up at Easter really cute, right?
The cute little dresses or the cute little suits or shirts for boys.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, so we decided, as we stated on our first podcast, that we were going to go through Jay Shetty's book. I guess we didn't give any background about Jay Shetty, but Well,
I was reading about him because I watched one of his videos yesterday. I find him so inspirational. He's so easy to listen to. Yeah. He's just very smooth. And he became a monk after college. So off he went for several years. And I didn't realize that because I hadn't really read the history of him. I just followed him and love what he talks about. But after college, he went off and became a monk for several years. And he's just so... Yeah. He's just so inspirational.
So he has this book called 8 Rules of Love. Right. And here we are now to rule number 2. So I'll read rule number 2. It's called, Don't Ignore Your Karma. Karma is a mirror showing us where our choices have led us. Instead of unconsciously allowing the past to guide us, I want us to learn from our past to make decisions. When we learn from the past, we heal it. So, and I threw this to you because I don't know how I feel about karma. I'm not sure.
I think my thing is more like a Buddhist. It's the sum of the person's actions in this and previous states of existence. I think karma comes with you. And until you learn what's presented to you, then I think you evolve. And I think each life might get easier if you actually learn your lessons. I don't think it's about the guy that cuts you off on the highway. That kind of karma to me is just not, he's just an idiot. Right? I don't think, and they always say karma's going to come. Karma's a bitch, right?
Yes.
And I think it can be. Yeah. But I think that until we learn, I mean, you ever meet somebody that you know you've met or you've
feel like you have,
you've met them and you have this instant connection.
Yes.
To me, that's somebody that's probably been in your life before. And I went to an interview. I don't think I've ever told you this. At one point, I was being interviewed by a gentleman who wanted me to do. I had left media and I was trying to get back into media. But when you take a break, it's always very difficult. He ran a business in Burlington, and he wanted someone, and he did speeches and motivational seminars and stuff. A little bit cult-like, but I was still intrigued by it all. Mm-hmm. He wanted someone to travel with him and to help write his scripts and do video. And it was a really cool opportunity.
Right, yeah.
But I'm sitting there having an interview with him, and he said to me, did somebody recently just die in your family? And I was taken back by it. I'm like, yes. And my late mother-in-law had just passed away.
Okay.
And I loved her very much, like a mother. She was a great lady. But he said to me, whoever it was, and I didn't reveal anything, he said, you were sisters in a past life. He said, I see you in Egypt together.
Oh,
and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, I thought there was a huge connection that we had. And I think that...
So you believe that karma is not necessarily... like that person over there is going to get their karma or it's your own internal karma.
Yes.
Okay. I'm down with that.
Right. Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah. I believe there are evil people out there that never get what's coming to them. They just don't.
Then they come back in each life and have these terrible lives maybe because they're not evolving and they're not existing in a better, higher level.
Yeah. That could only be their karma because I have seen people do terrible things to people even in my own life, and
I agree.
still continue on happy-go-lucky, pretending like none of this, they didn't do any of this shit, you know?
Right.
So I do believe that you can create your own
I
karma
agree.
and learn from your own mistakes. The past life thing, we should note that.
And then I had another past life reading. It was just a random sort of thing, but this particular person said that she saw me in a past life during the wartime. And she said, you were taking care of people. You were in a church, medical. Doesn't interest you? I said, it always has, right?
Yeah.
She said, I see you. Your role in there is not only fixing people and getting, but it was communicating with the families. That's what you do. You took care of everybody.
So always involving some form of communication.
Right. And she said, this is what she said to me at the end of that. And she said, now it needs to come twofold. You need to start taking care of yourself. So that was an interesting thing. So we should look into that.
Well, in this life, Julie, if that's your lesson to learn, you're going to have another life because you're still taking care of everybody else
Right.
in this life. Oh, well. And it goes on, right? So I don't know if you noticed on our Instagram, I put up a Dirty Little Secrets link.
Oh, no. Thank you for telling me. I should know that.
Okay, nobody was getting the point of this.
Okay.
And it was quite interesting. I think we're being trolled by a lot of children.
Oh, my son's friends?
I don't know. So somebody, the point of it is, people, is you tell us a dirty little secret, not ask questions that I can't answer because I don't know who you are. It's totally anonymous. So there's an app called NGL. It goes into this app. I'd hope to get some dirty little secrets to us. I have other ones, but some of the funny things. Ever cried at school was one of them. I love you was another. Your favorite hobby.
Oh.
And where are you from? And you should get a tattoo. And last thing you Googled.
Last thing you Googled.
At the time was NGL anonymous link. What have you gotten detention for? Okay, so it didn't actually work. So anyways, if you ever see that link again and you want to just get something off your chest, it's totally anonymous.
Dirty little secret would be I like to dress in women's clothing when my wife isn't home.
Right.
Or something
right.
like that.
So I pulled some today off somewhere else. So here's my dirty little secret Sundays for you. My marriage is falling apart and I'm slowly falling back into the arms of my ex.
Oh boy.
Things like this are dirty little secrets, people. Not when did you get detention?
What did you last Google?
What did you last Google? So that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I wonder if the ex has anything to do with the marriage falling apart. But anyways.
Well, I think it comes full circle, right? And I got to tell you, here's a dirty little secret from me.
Okay.
So you know that I dabble in the online dating.
Yes. Yes.
So I met this guy online. Oh, I won't even mention his name. So back and forth, and he was taking a trip. And he said something that was a little off-putting for me. And normally I go with the flow. I'm not one of those people that get too caught up in it. But it was it was a bit condescending. And I sent him an ouch. And he's like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Well, I kind of read what I type before I hit send, typically. Right. So I just kind of let it go. He was traveling for a week. And I figured I hadn't heard from him and I was not interested in reaching out again. But don't I get a text message at 3:30 in the morning the other night?
Oh, gosh.
Which is fine. I have my do not disturb on between 10 and 7. The only people that can ping me are my children.
Right.
Or else it goes there. It just doesn't alert me.
Yeah.
He said at 3:12 a.m. Yesterday morning, or it would have been Friday morning. Doesn't matter. I do have a girlfriend, though. I kind of forgot to mention that.
Oh! And he's on a dating website.
And he's on a dating app. So I waited a bit because I thought, do I even respond? Do I just ignore it? Do I feed his narcissist ego?
Right.
Whatever the hell this guy's doing. Right. And I thought about it. And then I thought, no, I said, yikes. Glad I listened to my intuition. She deserves better. Just saying.
A girlfriend.
Right. That's what I responded back to him. She deserves better. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that I have a girlfriend. Hey,
right?
If you want to be online and you put on your profile that you're in an open relationship or you're married and you're looking for a sidekick, I don't care. I'm not going to judge you.
Right?
I'm not. That's your thing. Fine. But to say that. So
yeah.
Anyway, that was what I got. That was a message I received recently.
Oh, Lord. And he's probably already been through one marriage. Now he's got a girlfriend, cheating on that girlfriend.
Right.
Oh, gosh, buddy, get your life together.
Not that that's a dirty little secret, but he's
No, that's
got
a
a
good
dirty
one.
little secret.
He's got a dirty little secret.
Right?
Yeah. So here's another one. Totally different direction, okay? Accidentally passed some toots while he was eating, and he just laughed. I want to forget it so bad. So funny enough, I got a story about this. I'm like, it's farting and burping, these things don't bother me. These are natural human
Body
functions. I think I farted in front of you. I'm like, oh, it popped out. It definitely do it in front of my person in my life. And there's this cute little TikTok that he sent me one morning, like, if you fart in front of your partner, it's true love. I mean, does that bother you? Like, I'm not saying do it on the first date.
I don't
but
think you
like,
should do it on the first date, but it's going to happen.
I mean, if you're like in love with somebody and they toot in front of you, is it a big deal? Like,
No,
it's
no.
a normal
But
body.
if you're having excessive gas, then maybe you should hit the washroom. Just saying.
Sometimes you don't have to go to the bathroom.
Right?
Anyway, that's funny. I don't know, like, she doesn't emphasize how long they've been together when this happened, but, you know, if it's a first or second or even, like, first couple months, yeah, I'd probably be
I
embarrassed,
think it's a
too.
negative thing because they're eating.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like, right?
It was super stinky, too.
There's food involved,
Yeah.
so it just adds to it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. And then my last one is pretty juicy. Happily married to my husband, but whenever I have self-love,
Yes.
it's always a lesbian fantasy. Normal? So I'll leave it there. We don't have to give our opinion on that. But leave it there. We could definitely come back some episode and talk about self-love and
Absolutely.
different things like that. But I won't make you go there right now.
Not today.
Not today. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. It is the CMT Awards tonight. It is the Country Music Television Awards tonight. I wanted to write that down and tell you so you can watch it. They are doing a star-studded tribute to Lynyrd Skynyrd. Blake Shelton will be on it. Gwen Stefani will be on it. And you can get into some country music. So definitely watch that tonight.
And yesterday I put on Beats and I was doing something and I thought, I'm going to pull up this top country playlist. And I listened to it for 2 hours.
There
and
you go.
Jill's going to be so proud.
I will. Okay, write this down. I want you to listen to the song Heart Like a Truck by Lainey Wilson.
Heart like a truck.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite songs right now. So,
Lainey Wilson.
yeah, and she'll be on the CMT Awards tonight. Anyways, yes, you have the quote of the day.
I have the quote of the day. Mine
Finish the
is
song.
short. It's a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
There you go. We believed we could do this.
And we're halfway there.
We're 2 episodes in. So thank you. We'd appreciate it if you would download our episode because downloads are great.
They are.
We can't see if you listen. We can only see if you download. And thank you once again.
Thanks for listening. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I never stay in one place too long. A dirt road singing me a siren song. I gotta find a field. I need to spin my wheels. I gotta